Every one of these religions is out of its mind in its own way. And I've just been reading about Mormonism, and they win. They are completely crazed.
Robin.
Lewis Black, everyone. Lewis.
I always like to follow placenta.
Placenta and baby shit talk. That's wonderful, isn't it?
And now your next act.
Yeah, now coming to the stage.
How are you, Lewis?
Well, apparently the sun is shining here.
Where are you?
I'm in North Carolina.
Yeah, we're in a monsoon over here in New York, and
is it raining like crazy?
Well, apparently a window broke in my basement, and water poured into my basement. So I got that to deal with once I get home.
Yeah, and it's nice.
Wonderful.
Homeowner, isn't it?
Yeah, the second you're a homeowner, like, you can't just call the landlord and yell at him. I couldn't anyway when I was renting because I never paid the rent.
And knowing you're Mr. Fix-It.
Well, I used to be. I used to be really good at that. I had the heating guy over yesterday, and he was doing just basic service that they do every year on the burner and everything. Yeah. And I asked him, I said, do you have filters for the air conditioning units for the blowers? And he goes, no, that's the air conditioning guy. He goes, you just got to go down and buy them, and you pop them in. I go, no. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
I told him that. I've popped in my last fucking air conditioning filter, and he looked at me like, oh, you don't do that anymore.
Yeah, but you did it for a long time.
I did it long enough, and it's the easiest thing to do. It really is simple, but I don't want to go in my attic. I don't want to know my house has an attic. I don't care. I want a guy to go up there and come down and go, your filters are in, sir. That's how I roll now. I'm a fancy man.
Hey, Lewis, what are you doing?
Lewis, you don't change your own filters either. Stop it.
I don't know how. I can't put up a picture. Okay? Don't tell me they're studs. Don't tell me they're studs. Okay? I don't know where they are.
You got to knock on the wall until something, and then...
I don't do hearing tests. Okay?
then you know there's a stud there.
You don't know there's a stud. I have missed every stud in every apartment I've ever lived in.
That's what the picture's for, to hide all the holes from searching for the studs.
Exactly.
Who hasn't broken out the toothpaste right before you move? Just plug up some holes. Hey, Lewis, what have you been up to?
I'm writing a book.
Yeah, you're gonna finally talk about, like, the voyeur bus?
I was going to let Norton do that so he'd have an extra chapter.
You're not proud of the voyeur bus, are you?
What do you mean proud? Of course I'm proud of the voyeur bus.
Norton
for 6 months.
Norton's version in Happy Endings is very, very good. Yes. We're hoping to read your take someday.
You will.
You're trying to be legit, aren't you?
All you guys are authors now.
Yeah. What are you writing a book about?
I'm writing a book that's going to pretty much end my career. It's about religion.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
There we go.
You know how well that plays.
Call up the Catholic League.
Oh, yeah, boy. That's, no, it's going to be, I don't know, it was a real good idea to do that, wasn't it?
I predict a nice, uplifting, spiritual book by Lewis about religion.
It is. It's my conversion.
Nothing sarcastic or cynical or nothing like that.
Yeah, it's just about how I accepted Christ into my life.
Right. Exactly.
I've got one chapter in particular that's just, I wrote it and I've got to put it in, and that's the end of it. That's really the end of that one.
What do you do? You turn on TV and go, there is no God? Is that how you come up with this crap?
What? This crap?
No.
What do you mean? Why are you calling his writing crap,
No, the religious stuff, not his writing, the religious. Oh, you guys didn't get it. Jesus, I'm not throwing nothing out.
You think Lewis Black's writing is crap?
Wow,
no,
Lewis.
I think he's brilliant.
I want to apologize for Rich Voss, who's just bashing you, your act, your book.
It would bother me, but Rich doesn't know how to read.
Say anything.
Rich did come in here and go, what was the joke?
Listen.
What was the joke? Go ahead.
Call back on a bad joke.
A call back on a bad joke that we decided to let you slide for. But now that you're trashing Lewis Black and writing.
I didn't say one negative thing about Lewis Black. I have nothing but positive.
What do you say about Jim Norton's book?
I haven't read it. I just got it. I'm going to read it tonight.
But you said Jim Norton wrote his first book.
He finally wrote his first book.
And you...
I just read my first book. See, that's kind of funny now. Later in the day, that gets a little funnier. But nothing. I went to the Comedy Central wrap-up last year, and Lewis Black killed, just destroyed. And I even told him that as I was kissing him.
Hey, man, it's a bit. Can't you keep it going? The people were enjoying it. Jesus.
I know.
Way to tear down the wall. So, Louis, what's going to be... I'm interested in this religious thing. So, what is going to be the basic gist of this book?
The basic gist of this book is, you believe in something. That's really great. Now, shut up. Okay? Have your belief and keep it to yourself. Nobody's interested. If it really works, then it works for you. Nobody can. You don't need me to come along and go, oh yeah, boy, I agree with you too. Screw you. Every one of these religions is out of its mind in its own way. And I've just been reading about Mormonism, and they win. They are completely crazed.
The Mormons, yeah, they got a wacky story behind their whole religion, don't they?
Gold plates discovered in the early 1820s.
Wait, what's the gold plate thing?
That was Joseph Smith discovered these gold plates, led there by the prophet Moroni,
As in macro?
and he discovers, and from that he wrote the Book of Mormon, and that the tribes of Israel, two of the tribes ended up coming over here,
United States.
And one was the Indian, and one group was the whites who were here, and the Indians. Mm-hmm. And the Indians were, of course, the bad group. And it's just the story goes on, and it's insane.
And they had to be wiped out. And isn't it that he was the only one that could decipher what was on these things?
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever he told people, they had to believe because no one else could really figure out what was said.
Yeah, no, exactly. And when I was as I've been writing the book, in the middle of it, I thought, you know what I should have just written is my own religious book. Just come up with some hooey.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, well, yeah, but
Scientology did it.
Yeah, Scientology did it. Any of them, in a sense, do it.
What do you do? Do you follow any religion? Are you a practicing Jew?
Oh yeah, boy, yeah, that really worked for me. That's a real good one. Yeah, that's one. Really loving God there. He's a real treat.
Yeah, let me just have my people suffer for thousands and thousands of years, and then they got to still, adhere to many of my rules.
Yeah, you get the first guy who worships you, you tell him to bring you the kid so that you can smote him. That's great. The first guy who believes in you. Yeah, that's somebody I'm going to get up and follow.
The first guy.
And Moses, he screws Moses.
Yep.
Moses devotes his life to him and makes one mistake. That's it. You're off the team. But no.
Yeah. No, Moses did
and then we don't even
so
have
much for him.
Hell.
Moses did all kinds of stuff, and he left him out there in the desert.
Yeah.
It builds character.
Didn't let him in.
So, what religion makes the most sense there, Louis?
Anything that you can cobble together.
I'm a big fan of Noah's Ark. I think that was plausible.
Really?
Yeah.
All the animals, 2 of them, on a boat.
Oxygen? What did he go to see Heaven Almighty and convert it?
Hey, man, I bought into the Catholic religion until I read the Noah story. I'm like, whoa. Wow, man, I'm 12 and I see through this one.
You know what I mean? You buy into it as a kid.
Right.
Because the stories are kind of cool and they're just like wacky stories and stuff. And then you start getting older and for some reason you don't stop believing them.
Everything made sense to me until we got to Noah, and I'm like, really?
Logistically, this is impossible.
And I grew up as a math whiz, and I started doing the little math problem there in my head. I'm like, wow, okay, something doesn't make sense here.
Just shit alone.
Yeah, right.
You don't even need math to know, boy. 3,000 species of animals dumping on a boat. That's a treat.
That would sink the thing. I'm thinking. Oh,
I was big on Catholicism until they dropped Latin.
Yeah.
That was great. That was mumbo jumbo at its best. You just really didn't know what was going on, but I liked it a lot. I kind of liked
the Latin Catholicism.
Oh yeah,
when you
Catholicism.
Yeah.
I like I've always liked it. Being a Jew, that's the because we created guilt and you guys then codified it.
Yeah, we figured it out and made it really efficient.
And then you came up with the confessional. That's unbelievable.
Well, if you confess, then you don't have to worry about them, about your sins. You can go to heaven.
It's absolutely perfect. It's better than the shrink.
Well, I can't wait to read your take on religion, and there'll be some jokes in there, right, Louis?
I hope so. That's what I'm really panic about. I'm going to give it to Boss to punch up.
It's going to be in a comedy section, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I'm just making sure.
I want to make sure. Hey, I want to change gears really fast here. You got hit in the head on stage at Bonnaroo. What happened?
Oh yeah, God.
I guess a fan threw something at you while you were on stage with what? Government Mule. Yeah, Government Mule. Yeah,
Wayne Haynes. The guys asked me to come up to do. They were jamming with people, and they said, "Well, why don't you come up? We'll do something funny." I said, "Well, great. It's like a dream come true." So I come on stage. They're doing a jam. I come on stage. I said, and then I go, and I'm going to be on stage for literally 30 seconds. And I turn to him and I go, you guys told me to come up here and jam, but you're playing an instrumental. There's no lyrics. I said, can I get a tambourine or something? That's as far as I got. And this guy in the middle of the crowd fired a empty plastic milk jug and hit me square in the head. And then I went berserk.
Yeah, the video is hilarious. It's up on our website. The audio sucks, or we'd play for everybody. But I'm watching you on stage after you got hit in the head. Your arms are just crossed, and you're giving the audience talking to.
You are a mad person.
How do you piss off the most peaceful audience on the planet at Bonnaroo? They're all high and on drugs. They don't even have the energy to throw something that far. They're so wasted.
And I found the one guy who did. He pushed his button.
Hey, so what did you say to the crowd and the guy? I see you throwing the finger up.
I said, listen, you little fuck, I was supposed to be up here for 30 seconds. That was the deal. It was a stupid little joke. You're an absolute moron. I said, and I was going to leave, but now I got to tell you what a piece of shit you are. I said, here's something you don't do at a rock festival. You don't throw shit at the people on stage. Got it?
That are trying to entertain you.
I was like, I went on and on and on.
Did you have them removed?
Nobody knew what to do. Like the drummer leapt up and raced to the edge of the stage. It was like nuts.
Yeah.
And it's a real fun. It's always nice to be, at a nice rock and roll festival and have a nervous breakdown.
It was a real terrific. Hey, we got.
Look, and don't ever think that the Voyeur bus isn't like kind of one of the most important watersheds in my career. You fucking idiots! It gave me a huge New York audience.
It sure did, man.
More street cred than I've gotten since.
Hey, getting arrested will do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, perfect. But I'm never going back.
I relived it reading about it in Jim's book. It was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
We got Noah checking in. He says, Noah's Ark, most biblical scholars and even atheists all agree of a major flood that took place around that time period. Many ancient civilizations have a written account of this happening. Okay, I'm not going to argue that, but the big, huge boat thing?
The big boat with the animals.
And they say the boat is on top of what? The mountain there?
Mount Ararat.
And that kind of proves my point, because what they have found is a boat that's not big enough to get every living species on it. That's what I'm getting at.
Yep.
So I'm sure the boat had something to do with something, but I think we blew it out of proportion a little bit.
Well, that's the idea of religion.
Yeah.
You make it bigger than it is.
Yeah.
Then when I saw
that's the whole deal.
The carnival logo on the side of the boat kind of threw me off. That was Rich Voss.
So Louis, are we going to get you back on the show on a regular basis or what?
Yeah. When I'm finished this piece of shit.
What a piece of shit book.
And are you performing in North Carolina tonight?
No, I'm not. I'm actually here writing. All I can do is lock up. It's like being an insane person.
Oh, you're one of those writers, man.
I gotta go to North Carolina.
I gotta find myself a cabin, man.
Oh, misery.
I'm not in the cabin. I'm not in the fucking cabin.
What are you in?
I'm in an apartment.
Yeah, he's gonna.
But you decide you need to write in North Carolina?
I had to get it. Well, yeah, because otherwise, if I'm in New York, I'm not going to write. Got it?
Yeah.
I'm going to.
So he's got to go somewhere dull.
I'm going to
agree with him.
every deli and get another sandwich.
Are you taking long walks in the woods?
No, I
for
don't
inspiration?
do that.
Do that.
You go back to you write for a little while, then you lay down and touch yourself.
Hey, you got to keep in touch with us because we got to see how you're doing in North Carolina.
Yeah, how you're holding up.
Right.
And then and I'm going to see you guys in I think August.
Yep.
What happened?
The tour.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I forgot that you were on the tour, Lewis.
Of course.
Because we're in the middle of it. Which date you performing at?
The one in Jersey.
Oh, he's at
wow.
PNC.
Let me tell you what happened yesterday as far as tickets go. We have a $10 ticket that went on sale yesterday. PNC sold about 1,500 $10 lawn seats last night.
Nice.
Wow.
1,500. We broke a record last year, and I think this year we even break that record. There's going to be at least 10,000 lunatics at this show, Lewis.
Oh, it should be nuts.
They're so much fun.
And they've been great.
I just talked to the tour manager who I know.
Oh, cool. Yeah, and they've been great, man.
Yeah.
They've been great. They sit there and listen to the comedy, and they're just an unbelievable audience. So.
I had so much fun. I broke my elbow at the last show.
Yeah, you got attacked.
Well, we were singing "Happy Birthday" to Rich. We brought a cake out, and the guy meaning Rich Voss, he kind of picked up the cake to bring it backstage because he wanted to share it with his friends, and I decided to push his face in it, that hack thing, obviously. And then Bob Kelly kind of went way too far and made sure with both hands he shoved the cake completely in Voss's face. Voss goes falling down and kind of like fractures his elbow or something.
And out of all the guys on stage, those 10 comics, my pregnant wife is the only one that helped me get up.
Yeah, Bonnie's like 9.5 months pregnant, and she had to help Voss up as we all just pointed and laughed hysterically.
Yeah, it's a close fraternity, comics.
Yeah.
We're a real good group.
I thought I was telling Lewis something where he'd be really shocked, but I'm like, oh yeah. I'm talking to another comic, and he's sitting there like, well, of course, that's what you got to do.
I would have helped you up, Rich.
Thank you, Lewis.
Hey, Lewis, I saw...
If the money was right.
Lewis, I saw Sicko last night. What do you think?
How is it?
You didn't see it yet?
No.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Well, it's he's good. Half of it's true, and then he goes nuts most of the time. Did he go nuts?
Dude, he makes a good movie. He makes a good quote documentary.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
it's not really a documentary as much as it is his point of view, and then
he's messing with some of the facts himself. Yeah, but
he doesn't need. You know what's stupid about it? He doesn't need to mess with the facts. The facts are unbelievable.
You think?
Why mess with the facts? Why do you need to gild the lily? And there's something. There's the writer coming out.
You listen to you, gild the lily.
That's right.
Jesus.
And but you don't need to push it. We literally we're like 37th in taking care of ourselves. Chimps take care of themselves better.
Yeah, he pointed out in the movie that we were just ahead of what was the country, and I was like, what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but that's on the whole. You got some cash. You can be able to get some good medical care.
What difference? That's ridiculous.
No, it gives the doctors incentives also to do good work, because if you're good, then you're going to get more work than you will if you're a crappy, quacky doctor. But in these other countries like Canada, anyone's a doctor because there's no incentive.
You're right, cash. If you got cash, you get a good lawyer.
Anthony, there are people flying out of the country to go to other countries to have surgeries done, simple surgeries.
But where do the rich people fly to when they need surgery done? The United States.
Rich. At some point, it's
fuck
ridiculous.
The rich.
I love how we all make believe we're not living in the country of me.
Well, yeah, isn't it really? Doesn't it come down to whatever's important for you, Lewis?
No.
Do you care that much about the country and its people, so that after you're gone, this whole thing goes on? Do you give a shit about Social Security, and if in 50 years there's not going to be any when you're fucking dust somewhere?
Yes.
For me. Why? Why do you care?
I don't know.
Let them fucking deal with it.
Why would I know? It's a genetic thing.
Let them deal with it. I deal with me. I deal with the dates that are between the fucking time that's on my tombstone. That's what I deal with. Anything before or after that is go fuck yourself. It's about me.
I was going to see Anthony in the cottage next to Lewis writing a book. Go fuck yourself.
It's called Go Fuck Yourself. I don't care if some guy's got a broken arm and he's got to go to some Canadian fucking doctor to get it fixed. I'm pulling out cold, hard cash and saying, hey, doc, fix me.
Look, here's the thing. I got two. First off, the President of the United States shouldn't be telling people that, what do you mean you can't get health care? You can go to an emergency room, okay? Mm-hmm. That takes a raging asshole. Even if you have that thought, keep it to yourself. Okay? The other is, I've got two insurance companies, AFTRA and SAG, right?
Uh-huh.
And I have spent 3 years trying to get one of them to pay a bill. And I got two insurance companies.
Yeah, AFTRA is a real treat. We deal with them.
They're tremendous.
You send them boatloads of money, and I don't know what they do for you.
Well, what they do is they just go, if you want to get that prescription drug again at the same price, you're going to have to send in a mailer. No, I'm not sending in a mailer. I'm walking to the CVS, prick. That's why it's on the corner.
I think most people listening to this realize there's a major problem with the health system in this country, but no one has an answer. And the drug companies are so powerful. How are we ever going to get anything changed?
Who knows?
We even asked Michael Moore because he made the movie Sicko, and he's like, yeah, I don't have the answer either. No one has the answer.
Well, one of the things you could do is electroshock the Senate in the Congress.
Hook them up with electrodes.
Tasers for everybody?
I think that's it.
Anal electrodes. We're at a point in this country where both sides, and it's Republican, Democrat, it's liberal, conservative, and whatever you want to call it.
Mormons too.
Mormons. Yeah. They are so far apart now. They will kill their own mothers just to prove a point that they're not with the other side. Yeah. Like, I've never seen the country so divided as far as how these idiots deal with stuff. They're not passing things that are good for the country because they don't want to at any point have a campaign ad bite him in the ass and say, he agreed with Republicans on this, gun control or this issue or that. So nothing gets done. We go for years with nothing getting done.
Yeah, these guys used to get shit-faced together. I don't know when that stopped.
Yeah, and then that stopped.
And that got some things done because...
Yeah, because you drink and then you go, something? Yeah, let's sign this. Right. Fuck it.
All right, we'll give you this one. What the fuck?
Now it's what kind of fucking, we'll appoint this one and that one. Get the nice woman Speaker of the House in there that can't even hit the gavel right. No, she's all limp-wristy on the gavel.
You're absolutely right. I don't remember ever at any time... even Nixon, where these people were down each other's throats the way they are, and it's worthless to us. It's like
nothing got done. The only thing I've seen get done is I've seen George W. pull out a pen to sign a couple of vetoes. That's like he doesn't sit there and sign anything that's actually doing anything
of relevance.
Yeah.
Hey, Lewis, I was reading today. That people would pick none of the above as far as the Republican candidates go, more than actually picking a candidate.
Well, there's a good group, that group of candidates.
None of the above.
John McCain's campaign is in deep trouble.
No, the Law and Order guy.
The Law and Order guy is just a complete joke.
He's going to win.
You're not going to elect a TV guy again.
Law and Order guy.
You're not going to elect Law and Order.
What's his name,
guy.
Fred?
He looks a bit old.
What?
Fred Thompson.
Trophy wife, which doesn't help.
Yeah, Fred Thompson. Oh. McCain's in trouble. Where's the quote?
Giuliani, once the rest of the country hears him, he's dead.
Giuliani also, the Republicans aren't going to really back him because they just see him holding a bloody hanger in his hand. He's the abortion mayor.
Wow.
That exactly. Wow. They don't go for any kind of guff when it comes to that abortion issue. Wow.
That and the queers, he's done.
Exactly.
Hey, Lewis.
Yeah.
Who would be the president if we voted today? This country. Who would win it?
Today?
Yep.
Wow.
John Edwards.
I don't know.
It exhausts me to think about it.
It is raining. I don't think New York would have a good turnout.
I'd vote
today, literally or figuratively?
Today. Like, if we had to elect a president today, who would get our nomination?
Wow.
Who would get our nomination, really?
I would vote for a Law and Order guy.
Law and Order guy?
I'd vote for him for president. Reagan did a good job, and he was an actor.
What
do you think?
What do you think, Ronald Reagan?
I loved Ronald Reagan.
He knew how to speak to America.
He's Tubby. This is not Ronald Reagan. This is Mr. Tubby.
But he's an actor, so he's got to be. At least he can play the part of the president. I just want someone that plays the part well, reads his lines, can like find his marks on the stage of the Oval Office. I want an actor in there that makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah, if we're gonna get fucked, we at least want a personality.
Yeah.
What about Bloomberg?
Bloomberg doesn't know what he is. He tries to hide behind different parties. He changes parties to try to make people think he's what he's not. And that whole thing with paying money to come into New York was a great plan.
Not coming to New York. You're already in New York, and now you want to go further south. You have to pay a toll.
No, you would have been able to come in on like the Triborough Bridge and drive down into Manhattan.
Right.
That would have been okay. But in order to enter below like
forgot
wherever it was, 60th.
Yeah,
somewhere 80th. I don't know.
A Jew doesn't have a shot.
Yeah, and a Jew doesn't have a shot.
Doesn't have a shot.
No. Bloomberg.
No way.
I say if I was advising him, I'd say that as long as he's changing parties, is convert to another religion.
Religion, change his name.
Get out of that.
Cut off the horns. I'm telling you.
The only reason I like Bloomberg is because he's after dealing with this guy for so with Bush, they have somebody who's not even there.
Yeah, but
when he talks, you don't. He's perfect when he talks. I don't hear him.
You disappointed everyone. You didn't really pick a
I don't
candidate.
know. What would who wants any of them?
You want Hillary. Let's just get this out in the open.
I have talked on the show about what it. No.
Yeah.
Yes, please. He doesn't.
We see right through your lies. We see through your lies.
Oh God.
What about Obama?
What about the Obama girl is huge on the internet. What do you got?
Look, if they're not going to do Jews, they're not ready for blacks either.
Yeah, I don't know. If you talk to the white supremacists, the Jew is behind the black on the chain of command. Number one enemy is the Jew.
It's the Jew. It's number one.
Number one enemy is the Jew because they're like the devil.
One?
Yeah, you're still number one with the white supremacists.
It took a lot of work to get there.
The Jew, they're holding on. But the blacks are catching up quickly.
Well, it's because the Jew is not the blacks are not a threat. They're killing each other. That's how the white supremacist thing. They're drugs. It's the Jews who are the threat.
Jews are in charge of everything.
Lewis, Obama is getting a bunch of support from Oprah. Oprah's going to start raising some money for Obama. What do you think?
Good for her.
Oprah for put her own money up and shut up.
Yeah, no kidding. Why is she getting it from everybody else?
She need to funnel it. She's got $1 gazillion.
How about you use your ATM card every once in a while? Stop getting money from us when you're a billionaire. We can't relate to that.
Law and Order guy is going to be our next president of the United States.
He's going to win.
Because I'll tell you why.
You're
the
crazy.
Democrats are going with a gag ticket. It's going to be Hillary, Obama, or both. As president and vice president. And America is not going to vote for that. They will vote for the Republican again, which is amazing that the Republicans will even be able to win after having George W. in there. And the only one that isn't like so screwy, no one knows what Law and Order guy stands for or does or anything. So they'll vote for him because he seems the safe bet and they kind of like him on the show.
What about John Edwards? He'll be on the ticket. They're not going to go Obama, Clinton. They're not.
And
Edwards will be
Law and
in
Order
that.
guy was the laziest congressman in history.
That'll come out.
He barely voted for anything.
Yeah, see.
I think they'll divide the party, the Democrats, if they go with like an Edwards. I think Obama will still try to run. Hillary, perhaps.
Gore's going to.
They'll get some jerk off in there that always divides up the tickets so the Republicans win anyway, like a Nader or something. And Law and Order guy. That's who I'm giving it to.
Boston Al Gore.
I think he's going to jump into the race,
actor.
Al Gore.
He won't even will live at the White House. They'll just build a set like the West Wing set,
a little
and he
facade.
could just walk around there.
Facade.
Just a facade.
He's going to be the first president to live in a facade.
And he's
That's
got a
it.
deep voice, and he's kind of like intimidating.
He's very presidential, kind of. He could play the president on TV, so he should do it here. And I'm looking forward to presidential bloopers and outtakes, because he's an actor. They have a gag reel, perhaps, and that'll be fun. That'll get the people thinking laughs.
Well,
They'll
you
be
know what's
laughing.
sad? The saddest thing is it's almost 2 years from now, and they forced us, because there's no government. Now they forced us to discuss what's happening 2 years from now. It's It's like having a discussion of what's going to be on Shrek 4.
You know what's even worse? To get to the president, you have to go through William Morris. We have an actor.
An age, right. Very good. I got that, Rich.
Lewis has some writing to do.
Yeah.
After he takes his long, long walk in the woods.
I wish Lewis had...
Are you going to sit by a pond to get some inspiration?
Wow, boy, I'm coming in there, and when I do, I'm going to kick out your chest.
On a pond.
On a pond.
Are you using an old-fashioned typewriter in a cabin? Smoking a pipe?
Like Walden, man. You're going to be just living on the land.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Why?
He'd rather have a bottle thrown at his head than listen to this drivel.
All right, Lewis. Always a pleasure. You know that. And we'll see you at the PNC August, 26th?
Yes.
Nice. I swear to God, I didn't even realize that until now. I forgot. And I apologize for that.
Boston.
Yeah, that's Saturday. It'll be another great show. We got lots of cool things going on up there.
Yeah,
all right, Lewis.
I'll see you later, man.
Lewis, take it easy, man.
Guys.
I'll see you later.
Lewis Black,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Bye-bye.
God, is he funny.
Would have liked to have told Lewis my whole strategy on how I'm going to save the country, but another time.
The Virus. Sirius XM. This